Los Angeles. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Association Postgame. Mike Am, Rudy Gay, Isaiah Thomas. If you are new to do what we do here in the playoffs, we'll get you to those live press conferences coming up in just a bit here from the head coaches. We'll also hear from a couple of the stars of the game. I don't want to say I didn't see it coming, but there's a part of me that was like 2-0, no Reeves, no Luka. They're handling business right now, Rudy. What are we learning about this Lakers team?
Well, we know LeBron James still has it.
Yes,
He's leading this team, and you could tell by, when you watch this team, you know they're disciplined, they're offensively they're spaced, and LeBron's making plays, man. It's just, this is what he does, even at 41.
Yeah, high level, high IQ. You can't ever count a LeBron James-led team out, and it's showing it. Like after the last 2 games. He's showing that he's still capable of being the best player on the floor, and his just, man, it's something to see.
28, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, had a steal in this game. Was there a moment for you? I mean, as we're watching this thing unfold, I don't know how many times I looked at you guys and just like, hey, LeBron again? Like, it was just, it looked like a vintage LeBron performance. Is there a movement, a moment of play, just something that you took away and go, hey, like, this guy is still doing it at a high level not many guys can do it at?
I mean, just everything that he's doing. He's taking care of every possession. He's just so dialed in, and I think the playoffs is where he's going to excel, more so than the season, because the game is slowed down. He's able to be dialed in on every possession and somewhat control every possession, especially with the roster makeup he has now without Reeves and Luka Doncic out there. He's controlling each possession. He's putting guys in position to be successful. And then at the end of the day, it's still LeBron James. He still causes you to double team him, causes you to have a lot of focus in on him, and then his supporting cast is playing well. First, it was Luke Kennard last game. Now it's Marcus Smart this game.
Yeah. And Kennard, by the way, played well. He had 23 in this
and still played well, exactly.
Yeah, I think it was just a sense of urgency. You saw that from the tip. Like, he knew what he had to do. He knew what his job was and how it changed, being that the other guys are out. And it was masterful. Like, he really willed them into a win.
I thought one of you guys was going to talk about the reverse dunk, like coming down the lane.
That too.
It's like, what? Like, this dude is still getting it done. Let's show you how it all unfolded. Something tells me if you missed the dunk that I'm talking about, I will put my confidence meter at relatively high. That this highlight should have that flush.
Oh, yeah, it's on there.
That impressive. KD, by the way, we didn't even talk about this fact. He did not play in game 1. He was a game-time decision because of the knee injury coming into this. They needed him, and he did play well on the offensive side, especially early, but 9 costing turnovers in this game. We can talk all we want about the offensive production. Thievery from the King.
Yeah, he was in those passing lanes. You could tell from the beginning. He knew he had to get this game.
Yeah, he was in the zone, for sure.
A couple minutes later, it's KD putting the Rockets up by 3.
Made it look so easy to start the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we know he could put the ball in the hole.
I made reference to the good start. Rudy had 11 points. He was 4 or 5 in the first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, one-on-one, there's not many people that can guard Kevin Durant. Now, they made some adjustments later on, and it may, we'll see.
By the way, that's LeBron versus Amen Thompson.
Yes.
Who, last time I checked, pretty athletic and one of their best defenders.
Oh, my God.
That's 18 on the clock.
Yeah. That's confidence right there. That is.
For sure.
Kennard's probably like, yo, Luka and Reeves going to be back at some point. Let me start posting them up while I can.
Yeah.
It's like, what's JJ going to do? Pull me? Who you putting in? Come on, coach. There's LeBron. Lakers up by 10 off of that bucket. How about these?
Good pass.
Okay.
Shout out to Marcus Smart, man. He had a hell of a game.
Shout out to Aiden for catching that alley-oop.
Sure.
Lakers up by 15 off of that dunk. Next Laker possession, Smart. 17 in the first half, guys.
Marcus Smart. He looks like the Marcus Smart from Boston.
Sure. And 1.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. 20 points in the first half for KD. 5,000th career playoff point. 7th player in history to reach that mark.
Is that what you were talking about?
That's not cool.
Yeah.
Still.
41 years old doing that?
Yeah.
Man.
Told you the confidence level was high that week.
It's the playoffs, that's why.
It's the playoffs, yep.
Kennard pushing. Rui finishing. Lakers held KD to just 1 point in the third quarter. I'm getting blocked there, but got the put back.
Yeah, right back.
LA up by 7 off of that. Down below.
It's tough.
Tyler Smith will land. 4-point deficit off of that hoop. Lakers up 3 here.
This is tough, too.
Still can't guard him one-on-one.
Once he gets that shoulder pass.
All right, it's a wrap.
5-point lead off of that LeBron bucket. Into the corner we go. Marcus Smart, guys. Savvy vet. 5 triples in this game. Watch out below.
Put the cap on the game. Okay. We got some action back there.
Yeah, we got a pulse here.
Rim rocker.
That'll do it.
There we go.
Lakers, check it out. 2-0 lead, hold and serve. This series will go back, shift attention to Houston. You saw Kevin Durant walk off the floor, 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. What our box score doesn't show you are the turnovers that he had in this game. 9 turnovers in this one. Keep in mind, KD, I don't know what we're seeing defensively here from a Lakers perspective. Last 3 games that Houston's played Los Angeles, KD in the lineup, he's got 20 turnovers. That is obviously a major issue, and it was something that was talked about in the regular season. But here's LeBron when it was done. All right, so the thoughts of Şengün watching this Rockets team now fall 2 games down in this series. Lakers victorious. He goes for 20 points and 11 rebounds. You know, at the end there, Rudy made reference to the team playing some pretty good defense. There's moments out on the floor. I mean, even as we're watching some of these plays in the highlights, Thompson's up in LeBron's grill. It doesn't matter. It's turnaround. I think that might have been even a 3. I know he was deep out on the wing. What are those adjustments? What do you expect to see from the Rockets? Maybe it's on the offensive side or the defensive side that puts them in a position to go and you know get a game in the series.
Yeah, I think limited turnovers because that leads to easy points every time. Turnovers lead to easy points, layups, threes, all of that. But yeah, I think what makes the Lakers so good is the fact that they're consistent. And LeBron's going to continue to work things until he makes the right play. Yeah. And you can't have those defensive lapses at the end of possessions. And, you know, at the end of the game, that's what we saw. You know, when you thought you played good defense, then something happened. You get an alley-oop or you get a back door or something like that. And when you're playing against a player like LeBron James that's going to pick that out, you have to be more consistent with your defense.
IT, what about for you? The checks and balances here for Houston.
Man, it's tough. The one thing I would say is Kevin Durant plays 41 minutes and only takes 12 shots. That's just not good enough. As LeBron plays 40 minutes and takes 20 shots. So what Rudy said is Houston has to limit their turnovers, especially Kevin Durant, because the Lakers are going to go into Game 3 playing the same defense because it's worked the last few times. So KD has to find ways to be able to be aggressive, not only for himself but for his teammates, but still being able to take control of the ball when they're doubling and being physical. And I think if they limit their turnovers, obviously they're back home, so they're going to feel a little better. They'll play a little better individually, but you can't continue to give up the numbers you give up to Reeves, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic. You're giving that up to Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, and that's no disrespect. But, like, you have to limit those guys. Like, you can't allow LeBron James to get 28, 8 and 7, and then Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard
are getting off too. Yeah,
are still getting off too. Getting 25 and 23 respectively.
Yeah.
So like something has to give. Yes, they're a good defensive team, but they're not showing it at all right now.
It's got to be maddening when they go back and watch the tape because I think to your point, you had to feel ultra confident. I've made reference to this a couple times. Danny Green was sitting in your seat, Rudy, a couple weeks ago. We find out that there's injuries to Reeves and Luka. He's part of that broadcast team, and I said to him even off air, I'm like, hey, how are you feeling about the squad? Because they were surging. He's like, it's going to be rough. He didn't say they couldn't win, but right now they're up 2-0 here. Is there something defensively that you are seeing? Because IT made reference to some of these turnovers, 20 turnovers in the last 3 games for KD against this Lakers team. What are they doing to be disruptive here?
Well, they're sending 2 people at KD and forcing the ball to the non-3-point shooters, and they're forcing them to try to save the possession. Yeah. And this is something they pretty much had a problem with all year, and also setting up. Like, you have KD doing a lot. You're looking for him to be your setup guy. You're looking for him to be your finisher, your playmaker, all these things. And we've talked about it all year. We think that I still think they needed a point guard. Yeah. They didn't address that. So therefore, this is what happens. But I think they have good enough players to get a win. And I think if there was to get one, this next one will be it.
Yeah, by the way, as we were listening to some of those press conferences, and by the way, some of these players are going to be hitting that podium. We'll get you their thoughts in just a little bit here. I read one recap, and it talked about this being a stunning start to the series for the Lakers. I know that they were banged up, but are we surprised at a 2-0 lead at home? Or is that overstating it?
I was surprised, but obviously game one, KD wasn't there. So they handled business like they should have. And then today, like LeBron had a LeBron James type game, and KD and those guys struggled. So all the Lakers did was take care of business on home court and do what they're supposed to do. As we said before, the series doesn't start until the road team wins a game, and we'll see if that happens in Houston.
Yeah. Just getting word, by the way, Kevin Durant hitting the podium, 23 points for him, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 9 turnovers. Let's take a listen.